Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Legacy Challenge. As you can see, we are here with Haleigh McKinney. She's just getting herself a little bit of rest. But in this episode, we have a lot planned as far as with our family, in the sense that it is Mitchell McKinney's birthday in this episode. So we will be planning to see him age up. I think he is turning into an adult. So we will be going ahead and seeing that take place in today's episode. The children, unfortunately, have come down with something. It looks like Adriel has a little bit of a stomach bug, and he, unfortunately, is not feeling well, so I am afraid that is probably going to make its rounds throughout the family because he has the stomach flu. And as we know, stomach flus are contagious, and so I do have a feeling that we are probably going to see a lot of sick Sims in this episode as well. But we are just going to go ahead and try to get him to get a little bit to eat here because he is feeling a little bit hungry. I'm just going to go ahead and get Mitchell doing a little bit of laundry here so that we can make sure that the house stays a little bit tidy. So I'm going to have him add a little bit of clothes to the washing machine. And that way we have some laundry going. As you can see, there's already stuff going in the dryer, but it has just broken. So I'm going to have to go ahead and get him to repair that. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" But unfortunately, Mitchell, I am not joking. And as we know, he hates repairing things, but Haleigh is currently sleeping, and so he's going to have to take one for the team and go ahead and repair that. When he is done repairing the dryer, I'm just going to have him come on in here and make a little bit of food for the family, because once all of the toddlers are up, they're going to need to eat something. So we're going to get him to go ahead and get in here into the kitchen and make a little bit of breakfast foods. For whatever reason, Adriel is stuck, so I'm just going to reset him, and then hopefully he'll go ahead and get himself something to eat here. When Haleigh gets up out of bed, I'm just going to have her go ahead and do a little bit of wellness. She needs a little bit of fun in her life, and I'm hoping that her doing a little bit of wellness will help her get a little bit of fun. I know that she likes to do fitness things and she likes to go out on jogs, so I'm hoping that wellness will be another thing that she will find that's fun for her. I don't know that necessarily will get her fun up, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. So as you can see, she's in here. She's just trying to get a little bit of wellness in. At the very least, maybe it will be relaxing for her and she will maybe get a little bit of her tension gone. But she's feeling really uncomfortable this morning because she is so desperate for fun. If the wellness doesn't seem to kind of help in that department, we may send her out for a little bit of a jog and see if that helps get her fun up a little bit. Daniel from the grave is just visiting here, and I think he's probably going ahead and just talking to Adriel and seeing how he feels. Because as we know, Adriel is feeling really poorly with his stomach flu, and he's pretty nauseous. I think he's just having a little bit of a conversation with his dad, and he's just telling him, like, "I feel really like crap." And Daniel's like, "I'm really sorry to hear that, son. Like, I wish there was something that I can do, but I'm a ghost." So they're just doing a little bit of visiting. As you can see, Mitchell is just making a little bit of blueberry cobbler here, and hopefully the family will be able to go ahead and eat that. And we will then have some toddlers that can get their stomach filled. So once the blueberry cobbler is finished, I'll go ahead and queue up for all of the toddlers to come down and grab a serving of the blueberry cobbler, because it is getting a little bit later in the morning here, and so I do think that they're all going to be ready to eat. It does look like we do have Julian already up, so I'll go ahead and queue up for him to come and grab a plate because he is feeling pretty hungry, and because of that, he's quite sad. So let's just go ahead and get him to grab a serving. Grab a serving. Everyone, I'm just going to get to grab a serving. I'm not sure why he's not grabbing a serving. That isn't really making a lot of sense. I am having a little bit of trouble in my save where they're not wanting to eat properly, and so I don't know if I'm going to need to take a look at some of my mods and see what's going on with that, but if for whatever reason I can't get them to eat something, I will just cheat their hunger so that obviously we don't lose our toddlers. I don't want them taken away. So we will just kind of play it by ear and see how that goes. So it doesn't look like the wellness did anything for Haleigh, so I've gone ahead and sent her out for a run. And when she gets back from her run, we'll go ahead and we'll get her something to eat here. Yeah, the kids, for whatever reason, can't grab this blueberry cobbler. So I'm going to go ahead and grab something out of the fridge and see if they can eat something out of the fridge. And if they can't eat anything out of the fridge either, then I'll go ahead and just cheat their hunger needs. And then I will maybe go ahead and check my mods and see if there's something going on with my mod system. I'm not really sure what exactly is going on in this save file. But they are definitely struggling with getting things to eat. Yeah, they can't even eat this lasagna here. So I don't really know what's going on. So as you can see, I'm cheating all of their hunger now so that they aren't starving. And then I will just go ahead and continue on here, and everyone is going to be good to go in the hunger department. So once Haleigh gets back from her run, she'll go ahead, she'll grab herself a bite to eat, but she's just out there getting herself a little bit of fun, because as we know, she is desperate for that, and Mitchell is just getting himself a little bit of sleep. Once he gets up from his sleep, we will go ahead and we'll get him baking a cake, because as we know, it is his birthday today. And so he will need to go ahead and bake a cake so he can celebrate his birthday. So we will have him do that. So Haleigh's just finishing up her run here. She is now heading back towards the house so that she can go and get herself something to eat. And as you can see, her fun gain is going up. She's feeling in a fine mood, which we absolutely love. She does adore being outside and getting some time to herself, some time to get some jogging in, and she loves being fit and things of that nature. So we love that. And it is just telling us that we do need to celebrate Mitchell's birthday. So we are going to have him, like I said, once he gets up, go ahead and bake a cake. I would have Haleigh go ahead and make a cake, but as we know, she has a lower cooking skill than Mitchell does. So I'm just going to have him bake the cake. I think it would turn out to be better quality if he did it than if she did it. So I'm just going to have him bake his own cake. I know it's kind of sad that he has to bake his own cake, but it is what it is. So it looks like, unfortunately, Mitchell has caught a little bit of a cold from Adriel, and so as I suspected, that cold is kind of passing on to other people, which is not necessarily what I was hoping for, but what I did expect. So it looks like Haleigh is also coming down with something, and everyone is kind of getting that sickness. It's kind of making its rounds. As you can see, Tessia is desperate for a bath. As a matter of fact, all 4 of our toddlers are in a really sad mood because they're grungy and need baths. So I'm going to go ahead and just get Haleigh to start making her rounds on giving everybody a bath. And it looks like Tessia and Haleigh have a strict family dynamic. And I'm going to go ahead and say yes, I do think that Haleigh would be strict with the children. She's definitely more strict with the children than Mitchell is. As we know, she's always been a little bit more strict with everyone than Mitchell is. Mitchell is a little bit more lenient with the children, and to be completely honest, he started out this episode kind of feeling a little bit sad and conflicted about the fact that he was strict with them, and he was kind of having that moodlet there where he was like, should I be more lenient with them, because he was feeling bad about being strict with them. So I mean, yes, he did get a strict family dynamic with one of the toddlers in the last episode, but he's feeling really bad about that now. And he's feeling like he should be more lenient because he's just really not a strict parent. He really isn't. Haleigh, on the other hand, is. She is one of those that's kind of like, you're going to do it this way and that way is my way. And Mitchell, on the other hand, is kind of like, oh, they're just kids. Let them be kids. And, you know, she's like, yeah, that can't happen. There's just way too many of them. And they're going to have to do things our way. So I'm just queuing up here for her to go ahead and give everyone a bath so that we can get some of these toddlers cleaned up. And Mitchell is just finishing up his birthday cake. And then once that is complete, we'll go ahead and have him put the candles on, and then he can blow out his candles and go ahead and age up to an adult, because as we know, that does need to go ahead and take place. He's, I guess, going to go ahead and just kind of celebrate by himself. Everyone is just kind of taking care of their needs here, so it's not going to be like this really big deal. I think he's kind of like, whatever, it's just another day, it's just another year. It's no big deal, really. So he has gone ahead and aged up to an adult, and we are going to take a look and see what his new traits are. So he is lazy, outgoing, and a bro. And his aspiration is to be a joke star. So we love that for him. So we are going to go ahead and just continue on. He's going to grab himself a little bit to eat here because he is feeling a little bit hungry. And he's also feeling really tired. As you can see, him, Adriel, and Haleigh, all 3 have this sickness and they're just really not feeling well. But as we know, with this many children, especially considering it is a weekend, they are all home. They're not in preschool. And so they have to kind of band together and take care of all of these children. And so their routine is off. They can't really just go and sleep and feel better. They have to take care of the toddlers, and they need baths, and they need potty training, and they need all of these things. They need to be fed, and the parents have to tend to the children. Mitchell's like, screw that, I'm going to go take a nap. Tessia can just play in this bookshelf, and she can do what she wants. She can destroy everything if she feels like it. We got a quirk that Tessia loves books, so we love that. Haleigh's just going to go ahead and try to give everyone a bath before she has to pass out here. While Mitchell tries to get himself a little bit of a nap. Adriel went and took himself a little bit of a nap as well, because as we know, he's getting really, really sick. He's nauseous. He's thrown up in the living room there. He's just not in a good way, because he has a stomach flu. I don't think that they have fully caught the stomach flu from him. They have definitely caught the beginnings of it, where they have like the cold portion, like the flu symptoms, but not necessarily the nausea portion where they're starting to throw up yet. So, but Adriel has the full-on symptoms where he is like really, really ill. So he's gone to bed to rest. So she's just making her rounds through all of the children and giving them baths and getting them all cleaned up. As you can see, her energy is really starting to wane here, and she's like, I've got to try to get them bathed before I pass out, and then I really need to get myself a little bit of rest. So hopefully she'll be able to do that. Adriel is just going to help kind of clean up a little bit. He's cleaning up the little potty there, which we love now that he's kind of gotten up from his nap. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better now that he's gotten himself a little bit of rest, but only time's going to tell with that. Mitchell's up now, so I am going to go ahead and get him out here in the garden because it desperately needs a little bit of watering and it needs to be harvested. So since he's up and he's feeling confident, we're going to go ahead, we're going to get him up, we're going to have him do a little bit of the house chores. He is still feeling pretty tired, but, since he's up, we're just going to put him to work. So he's just going to do a little bit of watering and a little bit of harvesting here. That way we can go ahead and sell these plants. At some point in this episode, I would like to go ahead and get in the upstairs another bathroom. That way we have 2 bathrooms in this house. It is a lot for this family only having 1 bathroom. There's just way too many of them. So I would like a bathroom upstairs as well, but that's really going to depend on how we are with our funds. So if we make enough money in this episode that we can afford a bathroom after our bills come out, then we will put a bathroom in. And if we don't, then obviously we will not. We still do have to buy those statues, the octagon statues of the round table. And we need to buy those obviously before Haleigh passes away. So we desperately need to be making money in this save file so that we can go ahead and, meet that challenge. And if we're being completely honest, we're starting to run out of time. Like, she is already, I think, an adult, and Mitchell is an adult. So it's not like they have the most time in the world. And we really, really need to get her making some money. So I may in this episode also send her out to Sulani and have her do a little bit of beach combing. That way she can go ahead and try to dig up some things, because as we know, she had obviously heard about, the fingers of Sulani and the different jewels and things that she could dig up out there. And she never did find those things, and she needs to find them, and she wants to find them. So we're going to have her go ahead and try to find those things. I know that over time we will eventually find all of those items that we need to find. I don't suspect that we'll find them in her just in her generation. I think it'll take us multiple generations to find all of the things on the spreadsheet that we need to find. But I would like for her to try to make a little bit of a dent in those things. But we are supposed to obviously go ahead and get those statues done in her lifetime. And right now we are just not making enough money. She did get a promotion at her job in the last episode, and so she is making a little bit more money now. But we need to make more money. Like, we're not getting enough money out of our garden. We're not getting enough money really doing her job. She's just not making enough money. I can probably get her doing a couple of paintings and see if we can get her some money that way, but we just desperately need more money. And I'm not exactly sure how to go about getting more money, because as of right now, if we're being completely honest, because we have so many kids, all of our time is spent caring for the children and not making money. If we had just had one baby instead of 4 babies, I think it would be a little bit easier, but because we had quads, it's just made this challenge that much harder. So we're just spending less time obviously making money and more time parenting. And so she's really struggling in the funds department, and we really need to get our funds up. So Mitchell is up. He's just getting himself something to eat here, and Adriel is unfortunately still feeling really sick. He is really feeling nauseous, but he is going to go ahead and try just to get himself a little bit of some food here, and then I'm going to send him off to the washroom and maybe back to bed because, you know, he's just not good. It looks like Nathan's calling. He's asking if he should ask someone out, and we're like, yeah, go for it. Nathan likes to date a lot. He's always calling, asking us if he should date people, and we're always telling him he should go ahead and go for it. I mean, that is the name of the game with Nathan. He just likes to date a lot. So Haleigh is up from her nap, but I think that she, you know, probably didn't get enough sleep in, but she was like, I'm just going to take a short little nap here. And then, you know, she's probably wishing she had taken a little bit more of a nap, but with all of these kids, she just isn't able to get very good sleep. As you can see, her energy is still really low, but she's feeling really poorly as well. So all 3 of the elder ones of the family, Mitchell and Haleigh and Adriel, just all 3 of them are really sick. So she's going to come on up here. She's going to repair this dollhouse that is broken. And then because she's so desperate for fun, I think I'm going to try and get her to play the piano for a little while and see if that helps get her fun up some, because it also helps with her career. And so we're going to just go ahead and get her working on the piano some, and maybe that will get her some progress towards her career as well as just working on her fun. Mitchell is just downstairs tending to some of the house chores, which is fantastic. And, you know, he's also just really in a bad way. Really, the whole family is struggling. The toddlers are all kind of just, you know, taking naps, really. So it's actually a little bit beneficial for the adults right now that the toddlers are asleep and they're not having to tend to the children. If we're being completely honest, they should probably be sleeping right now while the toddlers are sleeping, but instead they're doing things such as piano playing and cleaning up. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have her go to the bathroom and take a bath, and then we'll send her off to bed. It is starting to get pretty late in the evening, and so we are going to go ahead and get her headed off to bed for the night, and then we will hopefully be able to check back in the morning once everyone is awake, assuming that the children continue to sleep, because, oh no, she's passed out. Well, the poor dear, she didn't even make it to the washroom. I think that means she's probably going to pee herself. Okay, go ahead and go to the washroom. Can you do that? And Mitchell's woken up because he has to pee as well. And she's like, no, I have to go. This is what I'm talking about. Like, we only have one bathroom, and so they're having to share it. And Tessia's woken up, and she's like, I need a bath. So, obviously, Haleigh's like, okay, I guess I need to give Tessia a bath. So she's going to grab Tessia and take her down for a bath. Really, you need to go to the bathroom because you're about to pee yourself, and instead you are giving your daughter a bath. Like, what is really going on? I don't think Haleigh's really using her mind right now because she's so sleep deprived, and there she goes. She's weed herself. Lovely. So now she needs a new, oh my gosh, the poor thing. I was going to say now she needs another bath herself because she just peed herself. So let's get her to take a shower, and then hopefully we can send her off to bed. Tessia is like wide awake now because she had herself a nice little nap that rejuvenated her, and so she's not going to be tired at all. But it is like almost midnight, and everyone really does need to go ahead and get to bed for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and send everyone off to sleep. Please go to bed. Don't pass out on the floor again. All right, there we go. Everyone's gone off to bed. Tessia's like, I am just hungry. You're not really all that hungry, actually. So everyone's gone off to bed, and I will see you in the morning when they wake. Okay, so Tessia has come in here and she has woken Adriel, and he's like, it is the middle of the night. Why are you waking me up? But he's realized that he's feeling a little bit hungry, so he's going to go into the kitchen and grab himself a bite to eat. Tessia is just kind of wandering around the house. As we said, she's not tired at all because she slept for a majority of the day, and so she's wide awake. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to let Adriel get a bite to eat. As you can see, Haleigh is up again. She didn't really get very much sleep at all, so I'm actually going to send her back to bed. She really does need to get herself some rest. She's also feeling a little bit hungry, but she's like, her energy is in the red. She really didn't get very much sleep at all. And instead of sleeping, she's actually just taking herself a nap. And I'm not exactly sure why that is, but it is what it is. Adriel's going to go ahead and take himself a shower, and then I'm going to have him do some of his homework. He has some makeup work and some extra credit work to do. So we're just going to have him go ahead and work on that. And that way he can get himself ahead in the schoolwork, which is going to be fantastic because, as we know, he is trying to be really studious and make sure he gets really good grades. So he's just working on that right now. And that'll be perfect. We have a couple of children, like the toddlers, that are awake and looking kind of sad. So I am just going to have to check on them. All right, you need to go ahead and get yourself something to eat, Haleigh. So go ahead, go grab yourself something to eat. And I mean, I don't know why you're refusing to get some rest, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get her a sleep replacement so we can help her with her energy because she is refusing to sleep. So we're just going to go ahead and get her a sleep replacement here, and that will help her in the sleep department, which will be fantastic because, as we know, she is really, really struggling getting herself a full night's rest. And so if we can help her in that department, I think she'll be doing better than she is currently doing right now. So she's just going to go ahead and grab herself a little bit of soup here and have herself a little bit of soup, and she's going to drink this sleep replacement and get her energy up. And then we will have her check on the toddlers and make sure they're doing okay. I'm probably going to have to pull the soup out of the fridge because I think the reason they're sad is probably because they're hungry. So we'll just go ahead and pull the soup out, and then we can go ahead and queue up for them to come down and grab themselves a serving of the soup, and then they'll be happy because I'm pretty sure everyone's just probably getting a little bit hungry. So let's go ahead and put that on the counter here, and then we'll let everyone come down and grab themselves a serving of food. Yeah, everyone's hungry and dirty. Of course they're dirty. No one's potty trained, and so they just keep going in their diaper, and then they need baths. So it's like constant baths in this house. But we're going to go ahead and let Haleigh clean this tub up a little bit, and then we can maybe let her do something for fun. Actually, I might just get her a fun replacement as well. I'm going to have her go ahead and do a little bit of the laundry as well because I want her going ahead and getting that laundry going because, as we know, it continually piles up. So we'll have her do some of the laundry, and then we will go ahead and get her a fun replacement because she's desperate for fun. And I tried to send her off for a jog, and she was like, yeah, I'm not with it. So she refuses to jog right now because she's just not feeling well. And so she's like, I'm just really not feeling up to jogging currently. So we'll get her a fun replacement. That will get her fun up. So she's really just drinking all kinds of concoctions today. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do. She does have enough reward points for both of those things. So if she has the reward points for it, we might as well use them. So we'll do that. She'll drink that fun replacement, and then she'll have instant fun, instant sleep replacement, and she'll be in top-notch shape and be able to handle all of the events of the day that she needs to handle. And then we'll just, send her off to go to the washroom there, and then she will have all of her needs in the green, which will be fantastic. So she's just having a little bit of a conversation with Tessia here as Tessia has her food. It looks like Tessia is a picky eater. Great. That means she's not going to want to eat that bloody soup. But, it is what it is. And then I'm going to have her go ahead and give Isaiah a bath because he is feeling really, really dirty. Isaiah is a picky eater as well. Great. We have a bunch of picky eaters for children. You guys are going to have to not be picky eaters if you want to actually eat. And then we're going to send all of the children off to preschool. It is Monday, and so because of that, it is time for them to go to school. And obviously, we will be sending Adriel off to school as well when school starts today. I do believe that Mitchell also has work today. So then Haleigh will be here at the house by herself. So maybe she can get a little bit of painting in. And we will also send her off to the beach and let her go ahead and do some of that beach combing while everyone's away, and she can make some money hopefully if she finds some treasure. So that will be fantastic. So she'll have herself a little bit of a day planned where she can hopefully make a little bit of money for the family. It won't necessarily be her job, but you know, making money is making money however you make it. So Mitchell has to go to work in an hour's time, and Haleigh's just picking up a little bit. All of the toddlers have headed off to daycare now, and then we will just wait for Adriel to go ahead and head himself off to school. He's just grabbing himself a little bit to eat here before he has to head out, and she is going to go ahead and work on a painting. She's like, well, since the toddlers are headed out to daycare, I might as well get a little bit of painting in. Mitchell and Adriel have now left to head off to work and school, and so Haleigh is just here by herself. She's just going to work on this painting here, which is perfect. So once she finishes this painting, we'll go ahead and we'll have her sell that and switch the laundry over. It will be lovely. So she's just going to finish up on this painting here, and she's thinking to herself, I don't know how much money I can get from this painting. Like, her painting skill isn't really that great. I think she's only at level 3 or 4 of painting currently. But what is she? Yeah, she's level 4. Level 4 of the painting. She just leveled up. So, I mean, she's getting better, but she's not the greatest. So her money that she makes from paintings right now isn't really that high. I mean, it could always be better. The more she paints, obviously, the better she's going to get, the more money she's going to make. But she just needs more practice. Like, we need to get her painting more. So she's going to go ahead, do this laundry here, and then sell this painting. And then we will get her doing a little bit more laundry, switching it over, and that will be wonderful for us so that we can go ahead and get this all taken care of. I'm just going to have her go ahead and pick up the laundry and do another load here. And then I think she probably could stand to probably get herself a bite to eat, because it's looking like she's starting to get a little bit hungry. She is like gonna, what are you doing? She's gonna cook something. I'm just gonna have her go ahead and cook a meal. That way, when everyone gets home from school and work, there will be food here in the house as leftovers, which will be fantastic. Everyone seems to be doing really well in school. They're getting their skills up, which is fantastic. And it looks like Adriel is meeting a lot of friends, because I did have him make friends today in school. I do want him making friends so that he'll know some people, because as we know, if we decide that he's going to be the heir, I do want him knowing people so that he can obviously have some relationships with people that we can in the future, you know, have as potential people that he could marry, etc. So you guys obviously will have to let me know who you want as our heir. I did put a poll on the channel, and I think I probably will know by now who you guys have voted for. So I will let you guys know in the next episode who the heir is going to be based on who you guys voted for, because those like that poll should be in by now. So that'll be great. That being said, I am going to just go ahead now and take her over to Sulani, and we're going to have her go and beachcomb for some treasure. So we've made it to Sulani now. We're just going to go ahead and have her do some beachcombing. She's going to, you know, comb for seashells and try to find some treasure. So we're going to have her do that in several areas here throughout this little beach on this little island, because I want her to try to find as much as she can. And she's like, you know, feeling a little bit hot, so maybe at some point she'll go ahead and switch into her swimsuit. But for now, she's just going to comb the beach and try to find some things. And then once she's done doing that, we'll go ahead and we'll send her back home, and we'll see what she has gotten from this beach combing. Obviously, she is feeling really inspired right now, which is great. I think that's from her painting and things like that, but she's feeling great. It could possibly also be the area. Like, she's feeling pretty good from that. She is a little uncomfortable. She does have the stomach flu. Let's face it. Like, she's not feeling the greatest. She's sick. But she's like, this is a beautiful area. I love the fact that I'm out here. I'm at least trying to make money for my family. But at the same time, like, she's got to pee. She's got an upset stomach. And she's like, today probably wasn't the best day for me to come out here and do this. But, like, at the end of the day, we need the money. So she just weed herself. We love that. Oh dear, Haleigh, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I really am. But we need the money. We really, really do. Like, at this present moment, we have 2,907 simoleons. But like, we need a bathroom upstairs, and we also need to buy those round octagon table sculptures. And so as much money, like, we need as much money as we can get. Let's just face it. So I'm just going to let her continue to beachcomb here a little bit more. And then when she's done with that, we'll go ahead and we'll let her go ahead and go on home. She is feeling really, really dirty because she weed herself. So she's desperately wanting to get home and get herself a shower. And she's probably wanting to get a little bit of rest as well. I mean, if we're being completely honest, she doesn't feel good. And as we know, when a person doesn't feel good, all they really want to do is rest. So I could see her probably wanting to kind of go home and just kind of relax. And I've had her do nothing but work all day long. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to send her off to the house here and let her go on home. And that way she can go and get herself a shower because she is feeling pretty grungy. So let's go ahead and send Haleigh to the house now so that she can take care of some of her needs, and then we will find out what she's gotten. All right, so we're back at the house here, and we are just going to find out how much she has gotten from the beach combing, and it looks like we got 525 simoleons from that, so that's perfect. It could have been more, but you know, it is what it is. And we're gonna start summer break for Adriel, so he won't have to go to school for a little bit. I'm just going to let her go ahead and get herself a bath, and then she needs to go ahead and get herself into bed. Everyone is kind of feeling a little bit tired. The toddlers are tired from having been at daycare all day long. So everyone's going to just take care of a little bit of their needs here. I'm going to go ahead and queue up for them to eat and sleep and do all of the things that they need to do to take care of themselves here. And then we're going to go on upstairs here, and we're going to build ourselves a little bit of a bathroom and fix the piano area. We have 3,552 simoleons, so I think we do have enough to at least put a bathroom in and to fix that piano area. So we are going to go ahead and do that. And then once I am done fixing that area up, I am probably going to go ahead and leave this episode here. So let's go ahead and get started with the decorating.
So keep me in your sight, 'cause I can do this all night. You can call it what you want, I got something else in mind. Oh, if it's you I've been waiting for, I better make it worth my time.
Okay, so we have finished with our decorating. There is our bathroom and our piano room all completed there. And I am just going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Legacy Challenge, where we will be seeing our family and what they get up to next. And hopefully we'll be making some more money with them, and we will be able to progress with them a little bit better. But until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.